Hey, check this out. This Instagram account is making over 10 grand a month and it is completely faceless. And check this out. With only 482 followers, she made $30,000 without even showing her face. And if you're thinking, well, I don't have a big following, this Instagram account with only 150 followers at the time did over $1,000 in profit selling digital products that she didn't even have to create. And if you click open and look at every single video, she literally covers her face. Neither of them show their faces, and neither of them even built their own digital products. They sell done-for-you digital products that were made by other companies. And I know their strategies and their sales numbers because both of them are actually clients of mine in my AI software company. So today I want to show you exactly how they did it. The strategy, the execution, the step-by-step tools that they used to actually make the content done for you, research the content, and use AI to do 80 to 90% of the heavy lifting for them. And so right now I'm going to show you the strategy, the execution, and all the AI tools that made it possible. No fluff, no BS, just a step-by-step, straight-up breakdown of how these faceless brands are being built right now to generate profit on autopilot. So first off, let me break down what these profiles do. So Caroline here with her account, Her Journey Rising, as you can see, is inspiring women to make money online. Basically, the products that she sells are how to start online businesses, okay? And if you click on her link in her bio, you can see all the products. For full transparency, all of them are here. She has one course called Create Faceless Wealth. She has another one called the Niche Down Workbook. She has another one here called Secret Sauce. Step by step, all the different products that she promotes. And then Lila here, with only 300 followers as of right now, you can see what she does is she helps content creators use AI to get their 90% faster. And you can see this, 4 figures in 2 months. And if you click on her link, you'll be able to see all the different products that she promotes here, including a software company. She has a free course. She has her own one-on-one mentorship call that she promotes. And then she also has this B-roll bundle. So now let me show you the step-by-step structure of how actually this works. So the first of these 5 points, and make sure you stay for 4 and 5 because they're the most important one. The first one is called traffic. So in order to actually make sales, you first need attention. And you don't need that much attention. Like a lot of people think you need like 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers. That's just not the case, okay? She literally made $1,000, I remember, when she had 120 followers. But if you go to her Reels tab, you'll notice that the amount of views that she's generating is significantly higher than the amount of followers that she has. She only has 300 followers, but you can see here, 400 views, 600 views, right? 500 views, 1,300 views. So let's go ahead and let's watch one of these videos and you'll see exactly how she's doing it.
No retakes, no script, just a raw, honest update on my situation. I will very likely be reuniting with my family in the next 2 to 3 months. I'm Lila, I'm 23, I'm in grad school, and I'm working a 9 to 5 while being the sole provider for my family. We had to flee the US for our safety, and we couldn't afford for all of us to go, so I stayed behind. Right now I live in a dorm. Without it, I'd be homeless. My plan was to finish my master's by next year and move back to Denmark in May.
Let me just pause that right there. You see how the first thing inside of the traffic, meaning her ability to make content that generates views, is just how vulnerable she is. And this takes me to the next part of these 5, which is content. You need to make sure that the content that you create connects and transfers vulnerability. You can see she's just telling her personal story. She's 23 and she even puts it in her description here. She's in grad school, she's working full time. Right now she's her only family source of income and she had to leave the US. Now this is a very unique story and I want to make this very clear. You don't need to have some crazy sob story where you're almost homeless, your car got taken away and the government's coming after you. You don't need that type of story. For her, this is authentic to who she is, but you can go to any single person's Instagram, you'll see this exact play in action. Remember, people buy the person before they buy the product. People buy the coach before they buy the coaching. You need to get people to connect with you on a personal level before they're actually willing to buy the product that you're willing to sell. So feel free to go ahead and click through these. But the first thing that we covered is you need traffic. You don't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars in ads. All you need is content that genuinely conveys who you are, and that's what ends up generating the traffic, okay? So we got traffic out of the way, we got content out of the way. What's the next part? Part 3 is going to be having DM conversations. Now, if you notice at the bottom of this post here, it says comment how, and I'll DM you the exact tools and steps to making money online. Faceless, flexible, and completely beginner friendly. So this is really important to mention because this is what I call a call to action or a CTA. And in a call to action, what you want to do is at the end of your video or the bottom of your description of a video, you want to go ahead and tell people to comment a certain keyword. When you tell them to comment a certain keyword, what will happen is it will go down below, they'll start commenting, and it's going to drive more engagement. That's why we want people to comment, because more engagement begets and causes more engagement on the video, and so the video will go more viral. And every single time someone comments, what you want to do is actually send them a message, and you can use ManyChat to go ahead and automatically reply to them. And if we go over to this account, Her Journey Rising, you'll see she says comment the word AI, and I'll send you a list of tools of what I use and what I recommend if you're just getting started. And you'll notice here people are commenting AI. AI, AI, AI. And every single time people comment AI, she has an automation that responds to the comment, right? So AI, sending them over to you now, check your DMs, AI, right? check this, sending them over to you now, check your DMs. And so what's cool about this is every single time someone comments below and then you respond to the comment, by the way, you're not manually doing this, you're using a tool, again, like ManyChat to do this for you. And by the way, there's so many of these tools. Go High Level does it, ManyChat does it, and there's a couple more. But when this happens, you are now increasing your engagement by 2 times. And again, the Instagram algorithm looks at this and goes, oh my gosh, this post now has 100 people commenting. Every single one of those hundreds has a comment reply. So now you just double the amount of comments that you have, 200 comments. Now, in addition to that, what's going to happen is as soon as a comment replies, it's also going to automatically send a DM message to that individual who did the comment. So again, you don't have to manually do this, which would take you hours and hours on that. This is why you need to have the right automations, the right tool set up. And this is where AI comes in and does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Now, the cool thing here is with the conversations, once they're in the DMs, you do want to take over. And it's just going to be a simple DM conversation where when you're talking to them to the DMs, you're just going to respond with, hey, I saw you commented below in one of my posts. Can I send you XYZ free training over to you? That's it. Okay. And what I would recommend is you should have 3 to 4 freebies that you can constantly rotate through on a weekly basis. So maybe let's say the first week of a month, you have a freebie teaching on, 3 ways to achieve XYZ outcome. And then the next week, what you can do is you can repurpose that freebie, which is a 3-page free guide. And you should repurpose that into a 15-minute video that you can record. You can record that on Loom. You can do a screen recording video. Very, very simple to do. There's a lot of free tools to do free screen recordings. And you can go ahead and send that out. And every single week, what you want is you want to have a new freebie or new relatively by repurposing it. And so that way you don't have to constantly create new freebies all the time. That takes me to the 4th C, which is going to be closing. Now, closing is really simple in the DMs. When you're talking to someone back and forth, all you really want to do is you want to be able to give them value inside of the conversation. You want to answer the questions, you want to build a real relationship with them. And once they actually are at a point where like, okay, well, how do I get started? You go ahead and you drop them the link to actually buy your product. Now, there's going to be a few people that still have a little questions or are still a little bit on the fence. So what you want to do is you want to go 80-20. 80% of the people that you talk to are going to be basically just buying in the DMs. 20% of people are still a little skeptical. Maybe they're not sure if this is legit. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and offer them to jump on a call with you. And when you jump on a call, it could be done on Zoom. It could be done on a quick FaceTime, a WhatsApp phone call. It doesn't really matter. But over a 10-15 minute period, you just answer the questions very casually. And when you answer them, they will go ahead and actually want to buy from you. And the 5th part, and this is the most important one, which is the transformation. A lot of people think you got to build your own product. But the craziest thing is what I'm showing you here. This is called digital arbitrage, which is where you arbitrage digital products that you didn't have to make yourself. And so for her, if you notice here, she doesn't sell digital products that she made herself. Alan, this is a digital product that was made by another company. Transparently, this is my company, right? And so Alan is a software, and you go ahead and you watch the free training. Let's see, you put in your name, Richard. Okay, let's put in richard@gmail.com. Okay, let's do a test email. You submit to go ahead and opt in for the freebie. But what ends up happening is she's going to go ahead and send you over the free training. Okay, and that free training is going to look something like this. You'll see here, it takes them over to a free training, otherwise known as a VSL, a video sales letter. And you can see that this is a video that basically explains what the product is and explains the value of what that product is going to be for the customer. And so people go ahead and watch the video, and then when they scroll down below, they will go ahead and they'll actually buy the product. But if you notice here at the very top, you see how there's this affiliate link? That affiliate link means that every single time someone buys a product from this website, you are going to get the affiliate commission if that is going to be your specific affiliate link. You see how powerful that is? This is the power of what digital arbitrage is, because you can basically sell all these digital products that you don't have to make yourself. Okay, for Her Journey Rising, you can see this is a digital product, this is the digital product, $37. Okay, this one right here, let's learn more. This is a $387 digital product. Again, and these pay crazy commissions. Like I'm pretty sure this one pays 85% commissions if we take a look at it. This comes with affiliate opportunities, and it teaches you how to go ahead and create faceless brands. Typically, these companies will pay 50%, 60%. I even know some that pay 85% commissions on digital product sales that you make, which means basically you make the lion's share of the profits. Now, remember, the most important part of this whole process is going to be, can you generate enough attention? Because if you don't have attention, you don't have a couple hundred views hitting your reels, then you're not going to get new people discovering who you are and what you do. So what we're going to use is this tool called Alan. And what this will do is it will actually find you the most viral content on a profile. So for example, if I took this Instagram profile that we've been talking about and we plug this into Alan and we put this into the search bar, let's just hit search and you hit enter. It's going to take a couple seconds to refresh, but then it's literally going to scan through the last 90 days of content, because because you want most recent content, and it's going to show what are the most viral pieces of content that exist here. Now, what I'm gonna do is I personally like to go a little bit tighter of a window, so I'm gonna go last 30 days, okay? We want to filter by last 30 days because every single 2 to 3 weeks, the Instagram algorithm is gonna change. And by the way, this is every social media profile, so I'd rather go ahead and use something more recent. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna filter by views. And the reason why I'm gonna filter by views is because the higher the view count, the more likely that this is a video that's gonna go crazy viral. And so you can see here, this is now filtering. This one's got 8.7K views, this one's got 6.9K views, this one's got 4.9K views, this one's got 2.9K views. So you can see it's filtered down all the way by the most viral. Let's watch this video. It's a 6-second video. Isn't that crazy? Literally a 6-second video of some lady walking by a pool with some text on the screen, and that generated 8,700 views. Just so you have an understanding of this, typically on an ad platform, if you're buying Facebook ads, Meta ads, Google ads, whatever that may be, you're gonna be paying a certain dollar amount for every 1,000 views. So on average, let's just say $20 for 1,000 views, which means if you need to pay $20 to get 1,000 views, just to generate 8,000 views, that would cost you $160, 8 times 20. So if you want to generate this amount of views from a paid advertising, you'd have to pay these social media platforms over $100 just to get this out, $200 or thousands of dollars. And if you were able to make a video, a simple 6-second video like this, you can literally generate thousands of views for free. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna check that box at the top right corner. We're gonna open up the AI chat. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna analyze this. So if you click on the button transcript, what it's gonna do is it's gonna go ahead and actually watch the video for you. And it's gonna go ahead and explain a visual analysis and an audio analysis. So you can see here the visual analysis. This video is a short clip with text overlay. The text reads, "If only I had known this when I was pregnant, I could have skipped the stress, the daycare drops off, the guilt." The video shows a woman walking away from her camera near a swimming pool, right? So this is cool, but we don't want to copy the video. We want to do something called M&M, which stands for model and modify. We want to make this video our own. So I'm going to tap on write my own version. And what's going to do is it's going to take into account my own life story, and it's going to write my own version. Okay. So you can see here, here's your version of the Instagram post rewrite, and take a look at this, right? It actually writes me my own hook. So now take a look, your version, listen up. Everything changed 17 months ago. At the time, I was drowning in debt from making ends meet. I was stuck in the grind, missing out on life, feel trapped, like true freedom was just a pipe dream. I wanted more than just surviving. I wanted a real change, but I had no idea where to get there, right? So you see how it's literally writing me a full caption of the video itself. You see that? And then the hook, it even gives you the right hook for it, okay? Now, I can start talking to it, write my own version of that. So as soon as I hit enter, check this out. If only I had known this when I was grinding at my 9 to 5, I could have skipped the endless hours, the paycheck to paycheck struggle, and the feeling of being stuck. So do you see how I am not a mom, obviously, right? So you can see, but my personal story is that I worked a 9 to 5 and I could have skipped the endless hours, paycheck to paycheck, the feeling of being stuck, right? So we've done this for the video side, and what we want to do is we also want to go ahead and filter by comments. Now, why do we filter by comments? The reason why we filter by comments is because comments, as I mentioned, is what drives the sales. So if I go ahead and I click on comments, it's going to filter the last 30 days, the posts that have generated the most amount of comments. So if you click on this one here, you can click on view. It's going to open up over here. Now, if you take a look, there's actually no call to action in this post. So this is not something that we want to use. We want to use something that has a call to action. So if you look at this one here, let's see, does this have a CTA at the very end? Comment faceless, and I'll send you over the exact strategy I follow. No face required, just intention. If you filter down, this one's got 564, this one's got 128, this one's got 95. So obviously this is going to be the best post that we're going to mull after. You can click on the original post, right? This is what the original post looks like, right? But again, the most important thing here is that it has the comment faceless button. And if you look, every single person responding faceless, 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 faceless. And again, there's that in action here. I sent you a DM, I sent you a DM. It's basically every single one of them is sending a DM, right? So super, super powerful. So this is what we want to do. This is clearly a post that is generating a lot of leads for this individual and therefore sales. So you're going to check that box. We're going to open up the AI chat. Okay. Now I want you to take a look at this. If you go ahead and press on the button carousel text extraction, it's going to read the entire post for you. And then it's going to literally pull the text off the screen. Look at this. This is crazy. Okay, if we go over slide number 1 here, so you can see the accuracy of this. Slide number 1 is going to say, I built a Faceless account that sells every day. Look at this. I built a Faceless account that sells every day. Let's go to slide number 2. They told me I had to show face to build trust. They told me I had to show my face to build trust, right? Let's go to slide number 3. So I tried anyways, faceless, scared, and quiet. So I tried anyways, faceless, scared, and quiet. So you see this? With 100% accuracy, it will go ahead and tell you the word for word text that is on the screen for every single one. Now, I obviously don't want to copy. I want to model and modify. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on write my own version, and now I want you to see in seconds, it's gonna go ahead and generate my own version for it. Look, slide number 1, slide number 2, slide number 3. You see how crazy this is? And so if you model after this, the only thing that you have to do is just choose the right creative, but the copy, meaning the hard work of the text that is on the screen, is already done for you. So look, if you're watching this and thinking, well, Richard, you don't get it. I don't have a big following. I don't understand how to generate a lot of views. I don't want to be this influencer and show my face. I literally have shown you, quite literally, Instagram accounts that have 100, 200, 300 followers that are making thousands on a monthly basis. And if you're thinking, well, Richard, I don't have my own product, you don't even need to make your own product because you can arbitrage done for you products that have already been made. All you need to focus on right now is what kind of niche do you want to focus on? You want to focus on health, wealth, or relationships? Pick one of those 3 and just understand that if you pick something and just generally aim in those directions, you'll be able to be in a niche where there's going to be people always interested in being healthier, always wanting to make more money, and always wanting to improve in their relationships. You need to have a content system that actually works to generate traffic on autopilot. And my true recommendation for you is whether you use Allen or use some other tool, you need to understand how to use AI to do so. Because AI will literally do 80-90% of your heavy lifting. And the one thing I promise you is that your competition is using it, which means if you don't, you are seriously going to get left behind. And if you really break down the math, let's say you sell a product that's $500. It pays 50% commission, which means you make $250 in pure profit per sale. Remember, you don't have any hard costs. You don't have any employees. You can do this solo. One sale per day at $250 over a 30-day period, $250 times 30, that's $7,500 in pure profit. Dude, that's a full-time salary of you working at a really, really good 9-to-5 with a university degree that you could be doing with 3 hours of work a day, 2 hours of work a day. Heck, I basically spend 30, 60 minutes a day because I have the systems all automated for me, while my business is able to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month using this exact framework. So if you want to get started with this exact system and plug and play it directly into your business, go ahead and click the first link down below. That's going to take you over to Allen AI where you can actually check it out. It's not some info course and it's not theory. It's proven cutting edge AI technology that will take your business to the next level. And if you want to go even deeper on how to use AI to scale your digital product business, click this video right here and I'll see you on the other side.